Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you yet again with another Auto World 100% complete series video. And what you're looking at here is License Premium Release 1. This is an Ultra Red version of number 1 in the series, which is 2012 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Quick look at the back of the card. So this was the first License Premium release from Auto World. So check that out. Let's see here. I believe these came out in 2014, 2013-ish. Somewhere in there. And so really cool. I was not collecting this when these came out on the pegs, unfortunately. I did pick up a few, though, while they were still available, so that's cool. But pretty cool. When they say license premium, they're the same thing as the standard premium line. The only thing is that their licensing is the package, and this in particular is Car and Driver magazine. So there is that. So anyway, let's go through this series. Now these came all with these acrylic cases, and that was a pretty cool feature. They're not screwed to the base or anything, though, and basically they came with acrylic cases and this bubble in here to kind of hold the car still while it's in the packaging. Alright, so first off, set A for this Boss Mustang 302 is it in red right here. Now they have not used this casting ever since this series. This is the only time it's ever been released, and it is a pretty nice casting. The headlights leave a little something to be desired. They're painted there and just like a white square, so it's not super cool. The back, however, is very detailed. Just a really nice casting of this Mustang, and pretty sweet. So there is it in red, and that would be your set A. Set B, it came out in white. So here is the white version of this vehicle. So you can get your black accents there. Opening hood. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's pretty sweet. You got your prancing horse there, or your prancing horse. He's got your Mustang there. So that's pretty cool. Mustang logo. That is pretty sweet. And looks pretty good all around. So there it is in white and red, and then of course Ultra Red. So again, this is a series where the Ultra Reds had to have a white accent on them somewhere. And to be truth be told, I kind of wish they still did that. I know they're mixing it up a little bit, which is kind of cool. But anyway, here is this Ultra Red. I believe I got this one from my buddy Crazy Todd. I want to say traded it to me. I think he like bought it off of eBay and then ended up trading it to me when I started going crazy for Auto World. So really cool. Your white accents, of course, are there and there on the hood instead of being black like they are in the regular release cars. And then, of course, you got it in that beautiful Ultra Red color. Nice wine red color. Very cool. Hood opens nicely. Very nice car. Very nice casting. And sweet to have the Ultra Red of that one. So go ahead and just put that off over there. And then the next one is going to be the 2011 Callaway Corvette, which was first seen in this yellow color in Series A. This is one of those few Auto World castings that actually has a lens detail in the front instead of painted. So I think they kind of experimented with that in the beginning, and this is one of those castings. This casting was released in License Premium Series 2 after it was released already in this one, and then it hasn't been used since. Pretty cool opening hood. That opens the correct way for the vehicle, and looks really good in this yellow. Next I've got it. We actually got to crack this one. I did pre-cut all these, obviously, because I didn't want you to have to wait for me to cut all these open. But here we got it, 2011 Callaway Corvette in silver. So I already cut it. I'm just going to take the acrylic out. Whoa, almost dropped her. So here it is in silver. And it looks pretty good in silver too. Pretty sweet. So there is that guy. That's your set B. Pretty neat. Just going to put the packaging back together here. And then the Ultra Red, which the Ultra Red I have loose. I never cracked, actually acquired it loose from my buddy Josh, who's a local bud here. And he had found this in the wild and traded it to me. He had already cracked it, but that's okay with me. Actually, how I really started getting really into Auto World was this series, because I started cracking these and taking pictures of them. Lamar Fashion started a little group on Google Plus, little car collectors. It's all non-Hot Wheels posts. And I used to be active on that for a little bit, but then I just, it's too much. I got Instagram, YouTube, and all that. I can't also be taking pictures for another social media site, so it just got to be too much. So I haven't really posted much into it. But what it did do for me was really get me into opening these Auto World cars. And once I started opening them and taking pictures of them and putting them in my collection loose, I started really getting addicted to them. So there is that. All right, so next up we got is the Hennessey Camaro. This is a 2011 Hennessey Camaro. Here it is in set A, in a really nice looking color. Really nice kind of metallic grayish, dark gray with a blue stripe. I think this looks really, really good. I remember I just picked one of these up strictly just to take pictures of it. I kind of grabbed one of these anytime I didn't find anything at Walmart, and they still had this series hanging, because this is probably the most produced Auto World series ever. They still had this series hanging, some of them hanging, and I would just pick them up gradually as I didn't find anything, and then I'd open them and take some pictures of them. And this one actually looks really, really good. And then here's its counterpart in red. So here it is in red, and you'll notice this one actually, now most of these interiors are actually all black. Now all Auto World's interiors were all black at one point in time. That's obviously changed now. This one has red seats, so the seats are actually painted red. So that's interesting. Like the dashboard is black and everything, but the seats are actually painted red on this one. And this looks pretty cool. It's almost like an orangish red. It's got a little metallic quality to it, and it looks pretty good. So there is your set B, and then of course we got the Ultra Red. Now the Ultra Red I've got to open, and so we'll set these aside for a second. Open this, and there is the Ultra Red. So again, white accent is how they did that back then. This one, there actually is two variations of this Ultra Red. There is a variation of this that you can find that is quite rare, which is this car with the red seats. So if you find that, that's a variation that actually I still need. I'm not like a super after it or whatever, but it would be cool to have it just to say I have it and totally complete the series. But there is a variation out there, red seats. So look out for that. Alright, so this one is pretty cool. This is one of the last ones I added to my collection from the series. And looks really good. Here's the red one to kind of compare the color. These are a real nice pairing. Looks really, really awesome. So there is your number 3. Alright, number 4 is the Mustang Mach 1. 71 Ford Mustang Mach 1. And here you have it in set A in this wonderful color green. And it looks really cool. This is an excellent Auto World casting, definitely one of my favorites, and it's going to be released in the next series that comes out. It has actually been released a lot. Oops, here's the Ultra Red. I accidentally grabbed that one. I'm supposed to look at the white one first. This is the set B of this car, Mustang Mach 1. Looks very, very nice. Picked these up off the pegs when they were available. Both of them are very, very cool. And then we got the Ultra Red, which I got this one, I think, from Lamar Fashion. It's got a little bit of a paint flaw right here. Doesn't look that bad, though. It just looks like it actually was an issue with, like, the metal almost on the side of the hood. But looks great, though, from the sides and stuff like that. So not bad. And I actually do have another one of these carded, so if I ever get really fed up with how this one displays or whatever, maybe this can become a pocket Ultra Red, which would be pretty cool to carry around. But yeah, there you go. So there is your Mustang Mach 1. I really like this casting. I think it's pretty awesome. and glad to have it. So there's that. So it's kind of cool that there's 2 toolings in this series so far that we have not seen since, which is this, or I guess this one was released one more time. This one was never released again. This one was never released again until now. It's going to be in the next series. This is going to be in the next series too. And then we got the old 442, which we've seen a bunch. This is the 5th one in the series. It was first released in red in set A. So there's your set A. Looks pretty nice. And then set B in black. Looks definitely better. Really dig that. There it is in black. And then, of course, we need to take a look at the Ultra. This is another one I had to open. Go ahead, open that up and take a peek. It's so nice to finally get all these out of the package. I still need a carny case to display my Auto World, and hopefully I will get one at some point here. And I think it's going to look great. So there it is in Ultra Red. Again, you get a white accent along the side there when it was normally chrome. And it looks pretty good. A little paint bubble right there. I don't really know. It feels smooth, so not a big deal. And very, very cool to have that guy. So there is that one. And then finally, probably my favorite Auto World casting, one of my favorite Auto World castings, the Ford GT40. And it was first seen in this color blue. And man, it looks great in this color. So nice. So that was your set A. Just fantastic looking 1/64 scale model. This is also one of those few castings that does actually have lens detail on the front too. Very, very awesome in red indeed as well. So there it is in red. And then of course you have to take a look at the Ultra Red. Which there that is right there. Beautiful looking car. Just amazing. So I really dig this casting, and a lot of people did. I think when these originally were first out, they were tough to find. The Ford GT40s were definitely pretty hard to find. So people were scooping them up. But then again, like I said, this release of Auto World is very highly produced in comparison to a lot of their other releases. So as far as what I'm thinking they are, because I mean they were even available at Meyer up until like last year or whatever, or just this last year. So I mean definitely not one that is super hard to find, or you know a lot of them aren't hard to find, but still these Ford GTs are pretty tough to get. Oh yeah, one thing I also failed to mention is the Hennessey Camaro does have a lensed insert on the headlights as well. So they were definitely playing around with that concept. There was these two and this one that had lens detail, and the rest of them were painted. So it'd be kind of cool to see some more lens detail ones come out. It's going to be cool to see this casting again for sure in the next series, which I've already pre-ordered, which is 2017, what is that, released 4. So pretty sweet. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching another Auto World presentation, and enjoy the rest of your day.